Hi everyone, Val here, and welcome to my vlog. And I wanted to do another video in my pre-cruise series. This will be my pre-cruise Oasis of the Sea video number 6, I believe. I have 6 more weeks until our cruise. So this week's topic, I wanted to talk about the dining on the ship. And each ship, of course, is a little bit different. There's some, of course, options that are included with the ship, the price you pay to be on the ship. There's some free dining options, and there's also some other specialty dining options that do have a little bit of a charge to them. So I want to specifically talk about the Oasis of the Sea, the ship we're going on. I have done a lot of research, and I had some help from my travel agent. She gave me this very handy dining guide, and this dining guide is for Royal Caribbean, and what it has in it is very neat. I'm so glad that she gave this to me. But in this dining guide, it lists all of Royal Caribbean's ships that they have right now, and then all of the restaurants, and it tells whether or not the restaurant is on, which ship the restaurant is on, and if there's a charge for the restaurant, or if it's a free if it's free, you don't have to pay for the dining. So I thought that I would take a minute, if y'all are interested in this. Maybe you're going to be going on Oasis of the Sea or another ship, and I'm going to tell you about a few of the restaurants on the ship and whether or not there's a charge or whether it's free. So I'm going to just kind of go in order here, and I'm going to hit some of these restaurants. We do, Steve and I, when we booked on Oasis of the Sea, we got My Time dining. There's different dining options. There's an early dining, which is I think around 5:30, and then there's a later dining option, which is at 9:30, 8:30, or 9:30, which is really a little bit too late for us. We like to eat a little bit earlier, so we try to get an earlier dining option. Our travel agent this time booked us on My Time dining, which worked out really well for us, because what we did is she also recommended that we made reservations each night for dinner. That way, if we wanted to eat at 6 o'clock and we went in at 6 o'clock, we didn't have to wait for a table. We had a reservation, they would let us in. This worked really well because when we made our show reservations, we can book our dining reservations around our shows. And when you link it together in the Royal Caribbean website, it will tell you you don't have enough time to eat before your show. Your show is already booked. So what we did, we booked our excursions first, and then we booked our shows around the times of our excursions, and then we went ahead and booked our dinner around the times of the shows and the excursions, so that we knew that we'd have time to do what we were planning to do. And I know this is a lot of planning, and some people just like to be more spontaneous. I always say I'd rather have it planned out, and if we don't want to do it, we just don't do it. But that way you're not stuck with, you want to be able to eat at 5 o'clock because you have a show at 6:30 you want to go to, and you can't get into the dining room because it's overbooked. So I'd rather be safe than go and not be able to eat where I want to eat. So we have gone ahead and made all of our reservations for our dinners in the My Time dining, which is we can go in anytime we want, and we've booked them around the shows. But if we decide we don't want to eat in the dining room, because usually they post the menu outside of the dining room so you can see, you can go during the day and look and see what's on the menu for that evening. If it's not anything that really appeals to you, you can choose one of these other dining options. Now, I'm not sure if Steve is going to be watching this video or not, but I'm going to give out a secret. They have, well, you can go on the websites, and if you want to book specialty dining, which is, you know, there's a little charge to that, you can book that in advance too, along with any other activities you want to book in advance. Now, with the specialty restaurants, if you book them the first night, the night the ship leaves port, they'll give you a discount. So I went ahead and booked the steakhouse for the first night that we are leaving port as a surprise for Steve. And that way we can, when we get on the ship, we can, you know, kind of relax and get our stuff put away and maybe explore the ship a little bit. We don't have any shows planned for the first night, but I did want to have a nice dinner. So I did planned that as a surprise for him. If he watches this video, this is a plot, he'll get the surprise early. And that's fine too. But, and I did, of course, you know me, I went ahead and paid for an advance. The only thing we'll have to pay an upcharge or anything for is if, I guess, if we get a bottle of wine or anything like that with our dinner. But that's fine too, because we do have some onboard credits. But it's a certain price per person to eat in the specialty dining room, and you can order whatever you want off the menu. So I did, because Steve likes steak, so I made reservations in the steakhouse on the ship. So I'm going to go ahead and go through some of the other restaurants and let you know a little bit about them. They have a boardwalk on the ship on Oasis of the Sea, and they have a shop called Boardwalk Donuts, which are, and I'm going to read from my sheet that she gave me, which are pastries, sandwiches, day and night, Starbucks coffee, and specialty drinks. And Boardwalk Donuts are donuts, chocolate frosted, sprinkled more with fresh brewed coffee and specialty coffees. And Boardwalk Donuts is free. The other one that I kind of was reading off by accident was Cafe Promenade, and Cafe Promenade is free, and it serves snacks, pastries, sandwiches, day and night, and freshly brewed Starbucks coffee and Starbucks specialty drinks. Now, you can get room service all day too and all night, and room service is free also, unless of course you're ordering alcohol or anything like that. But room service is free. I can remember when my son was on a ship, he would go to dinner and eat in the dining room, and then I'd be looking for him later, and they'd say, oh, he's in the room. And so I would go to check, and he would be in the room eating room service, and I'd say, well, didn't you just eat? And he said, but Mom, it's free. I can eat all I want. So, but, you know, I did warn him, it probably gained 10 pounds. So that's kind of something you got to watch out for, too. It's so easy to be eating all the time on ships because it's free. You can get free food all the time. The next restaurant that's on the Oasis of the Sea that's listed here is the main dining room, and of course the main dining room is free. And it says an elegant setting with exceptional multi-course meals and personal service from our dedicated wait staff. And I'll tell you what, the wait staff on these ships, I've been on, you know, several ships now. I've talked about those in previous videos. I've never had bad service in the dining room. And the food is really, you know, some Celebrity Mercury had really, really good food. Some of the other ships, you know, maybe not as well. But I look forward to the lobster nights because there's always a lobster night on a ship. And usually the ship, one time during your time that you're out at sea, they'll have like a captain's buffet, which is at midnight. And the one ship, I remember distinctly, the one ship we were on that had the captain's buffet at midnight had a rib, you know, like ribs, barbecued ribs. It was like a roast. It was a pig roast, a Hawaiian barbecue type thing, and it was awesome. They had entertainment and fun food, lots of desserts, a lot of fun. The Perk Cafe they have listed here as free, a casual eat deli cafe offering made-to-order salads, paninas, and freshly prepared sandwiches. So that'd be a great option for lunch, just to go down and get a quick salad or a sandwich or something like that and sit at a little cafe. Of course, room service. They have room service listed in here. Enjoy breakfast in bed, cheesecake on your balcony, or a delicious dinner in the comfort of your stateroom for free, of course. They have the Solarium Bistro Buffet, and that is free. It's a hearty but healthful breakfast and lunch designation with soups, crates, salad bar, fresh cut fruits, and more. And we like to go to the buffets for the breakfast and the lunch because it's usually you get to sit outside on the open deck. Of course, if it's bad weather, it's raining or something, they do have some covered areas. But it's usually a really great view, and we do enjoy going up in the morning very early. We try to be like one of the first ones up usually to get our coffee and just sit out and watch the water. A great setting. They list Sorrento's Pizza, which is free, and most of the ships have a free pizza place. It's New York Pizzeria with fully loaded classic pies, rotating creations like Hawaiian and Pizza Florentine. So they have a variety of different pizzas offered for free. They also have Vitality Cafe, and this is they usually have a cafe down near where the spa is. And this one is after a workout or anytime, enjoy a healthy selection of specialty wraps, yogurts, fresh fruit, smoothies. And that, of course, is free too. And that'd be great because I love having wraps. I don't eat bread, but I do eat wraps. So that'd be a great option for me to either get some fresh fruit in a wrap or some yogurt. I do like that, and that's something that I can eat. You can really, if you want to watch your weight on a ship, there's many options to eat healthy. So you don't have to be loading up on the pizzas and the heavy foods. I can't eat pizza. I can't eat breads. It's not diet options, it's health options. So I do have to try to watch very carefully what I eat. They have a Wipeout Cafe, and this is probably up by the pool area by its name. Of course, this is free, and usually there's an option up by the pool that's free. It's got salads, soups, sandwiches, burgers, desserts, soft serve ice cream. That's Steve's favorite. Steve always has to find out where the soft serve ice cream is when he gets on a ship, and he goes there several times a day. Steve loves his ice cream, and we know that that's one of the first things we have to find when we get on the ship. So we know now it's at the Wipeout Cafe, and we'll be able to find it fairly easy, I hope. They have the Windjammer Cafe, which is free. It's multiple buffets serving stations with delicious global cuisine for every meal and snack time with spectacular views. So this will be the one that'll probably be up on the deck where you can be sitting outside the Windjammer Cafe. I'll have to look for that one because I'm sure we'll spend a lot of time, breakfast and lunch time, up there. And then the specialty options it's got listed here. It has 150 Central Park, and it's a multi-course menu, modified seasonally with fresh and distinct ingredients, all in a sophisticated setting. So it's a little, I guess it'd be up in the Central Park area. And that sounds like a nice option. They also have the chef's table, and this is our most exclusive venue where more than 16 guests can enjoy a 5-course meal paired with wine presented by the executive chef. So this is the chef's table where the executive chef will be preparing the food for you. That sounds really nice too. Chops Grill, that's the one that I made the reservations in for the first evening. Chops Grill, it's our popular signature steakhouse serving fine cut steaks, seafood. I love seafood. I'll probably eat a lot of seafood on the ship. Side dishes, desserts in an upscale contemporary setting. Sounds very nice, and I'm looking forward to our first meal on the ship. They have the cupcake cupboard, sprinkled sweetness into your cruise at this vintage style shop featuring fresh baked gourmet cupcakes and decorating classes. And they do have a charge for decorating classes. I'm going to talk on the next video, I think, about the different options of different things to do on the ship. That's not the shows and not dining, but other options that all the ships have different fun things you can do during the day. Some of them are free and some of them have charges to them. But I did read on the cupcake cupboard that they do have cupcake classes, but there is a charge for those. Giovanni's Table is an Italian family-style rustic dishes with contemporary flair. So if you want a little Italian dinner, go to Giovanni's Table. There is a little upcharge to that too. They have the ice cream parlor, and there's a charge for this one. Sundaes, shakes, and more, all served with classic toppings including hot fudge and whipped cream. Azumi, and this is fresh and flavorful sushi rolls and sashimi, or cook your meat ishiyaki style, I don't know what that is, on a hot rack placed on your table. And there is this is probably Japanese style restaurant with the sushi. I love sushi. But there is an upcharge on this one too. I'm not sure if we'll check that out or not. Steve is not fond of sushi, but I may stop in there maybe for lunch and just get a couple of sushi rolls or something just to snack on. We'll see. If I do, I'll take video, of course, and show you all these great restaurants that we stop in and visit. Johnny Rockets, they have a Johnny Rockets. Of course, there's an upcharge on this one. It's authentic 1950s decor, a jukebox at every table, a menu filled with all-American favorites, including hamburgers and fries. They have the Seafood Shack, and this, of course, has an upcharge, serving appetizers like crab cakes, coconut shrimp, as well as meals like fish and chips or catch of the day. Everybody loves seafood. Solarium Bistro, specialty restaurant, is upcharge restaurant. At night, the solarium pool transformed into a fine dining destination with healthful yet indulgent menu. And then the last one is there's a Starbucks. And I know everybody loves Starbucks. I do love a couple of drinks in Starbucks, but I'm not a Starbucks addict. I don't have to have Starbucks every day. There is a charge for Starbucks on the ship. So if you want the Starbucks, there's a charge for that. Regular coffee on the ship, you can get it most anywhere, and there's no charge for the regular coffee. But Starbucks does have a charge. Those are the dining options I see for this Oasis of the Sea. I'm so excited to be able to visit a few of these. Hopefully, of course, the free ones, I'll probably visit all of those just to try them out. But maybe we'll try out a few of the specialty restaurants too. We'll see how our time goes and what we feel like doing. We kind of play that by ear when it comes to breakfast and lunch. Just it depends on our moods and where we are. If you have any suggestions on dining on cruise ships, on the Oasis of the Sea or any other ship, please put it in the comments below and let me know. I want to thank you for watching again our pre-cruise video, and I will remember to subscribe and to like, and I'll see you real soon with our next pre-cruise video. Thank you. Have a great day.